I'm on North Taylor, and if we take a look at my boot here, there's about a little more than half a foot of water we're standing in. Now, what you might be surprised to know is that the water is typically under this road. It's not just normal flooding. This is usually a smaller stream running off the west bank of the river. A majority of the damage concentrated in neighborhoods like this. And I mean, just take a look behind us. You've got a crew working on a home that had that tree fall into a roof, and there's about 3 people on the roof trying to remove that tree. Ceballos arrived followed by a chorus of protesters shortly before his 11 o'clock deadline this morning, surrendering to federal agents. The garage sits now at the corner of Hillside and Murdoch, with less than 1,000 spaces, but with almost every spot filled. Hospital leadership says it isn't enough. Now this, the site of another crash. And I'll step out of the way so you can see what we've seen throughout the day. There are still remnants of the crash in the field here. Right now, we're just kind of getting pelted with this very dry, heavy wind and a lot of dirt coming along with it. And the smell of smoke is also getting thicker. One here at Exploration Place, crossing McLean Boulevard, and at I-135 at the 2nd Street crossing. When walking through the museum, you're met with 155 years of Wichita history, whether that's the outfits that were worn, statues, photographs, or even artifacts. Museum staff say there's a story to tell. Suspect found inside in this standoff was wanted in connection with that shooting outside of Wesley Medical Center last night. Whether it was senior pranks like this one. This is a copy of that arrest affidavit. It's about 7 pages long. This is not the first time demonstrators have come together across the nation against the Trump administration, and the demonstrators I spoke with today say it very much likely will not be the last. And law enforcement is pointing to those numbers as proof that this collaborative effort is paying off. Branches cover yards.
That big branch flew and smacked right into the bottom of the door.
Roofs ripped open.
It could have been a whole lot worse.
And at this home, Lori Staffler is walking through the damage left behind after part of a tree in her front yard came crashing down.
A big tree in my house, basically, on top of my roof.
What's left of the tree towers over her home.
I think, about a 30-foot tree, and 3/4 of it's in my roof.
Inside, water drips from broken ceilings with debris covering the floor.
Yeah, it's amazing.
She says she was sitting in her living room waiting for the storm to move through when suddenly
it was a loud crack and then the whole house shook.
As she walks from room to room, the reality of it all is still setting in.
I went, oh, holy crap. I didn't even know what to do. I still don't. It's like $9,800 just to get the tree removed without my deductible. So, yeah, I'm a little shook.
From block to block, more damage.
We didn't know that. It started dripping and leaking, and then we found out why this morning.
Neighbors and tree removal groups found themselves busy on a chilly Tuesday morning.
We thought, how in the world are we going to get that down? So we got to do that the hard way, I guess, do it by ourselves.
Checking on one another.
This guy's doing it. I just started helping on that.
Cleaning up the mess. And making sense of what's next.
Hopefully they get this all picked up here soon.
We continue our coverage tonight as Joe Ceballos, a former mayor of Coldwater, turns himself in to immigration and customs enforcement. Ceballos arrived followed by a chorus of protesters shortly before his 11 o'clock deadline this morning, surrendering to federal agents. Tonight, Ceballos' attorney says he's being held in ICE custody, fearing deportation to a country they argue he's never truly known.
Go, go!
With people chanting his name.
Let Joe go!
Former Coldwater Mayor Joe Ceballos walks into the Wichita ICE office Wednesday morning, not knowing when he'll come back out.
Obviously nervous. I don't know what's going to happen.
In April, Ceballos pleaded guilty to misdemeanor election charges tied to voting as a non-citizen. Those charges finding him held by ICE.
What I was told by the ICE officers just now is that he was arrested on an administrative warrant. They're essentially saying that he's removable from the United States for, past conduct.
Ceballos is a legal resident, but not a U.S. citizen.
Joe's home is here in Kansas. It's not in Mexico. He belongs here.
According to the Department of Homeland Security, he applied for citizenship in February 2025. Days after Ceballos was elected mayor the following November, DHS released his voter registration form saying he illegally voted and committed a felony by claiming citizenship. He took a plea deal, bumping those charges down to misdemeanors.
Disappointed. I thought our system was smarter and better than this.
Attorney Jess Hamey says he believed the agreement resolved the criminal case and wouldn't impact Ceballos' immigration journey.
He thought this was already taken care of via Chris Kobach. He even paid a $2,000 fine. Why is he having to be double judged, double punished?
And how can we support or trust our politicians when they lie like that?
They thought that it was all over, and I myself felt like I was misled, and I'm sure the supportive people feel the same way.
Those supportive people lining up against the fence to confront what appears to be ICE agents.
ICE has soldiers back there in full battle gear with rifles telling our protesters that they need to leave. What about free speech? What kind of statement does that say about our government?
Steps away, the property manager telling handfuls of protesters they have to leave.
All this is private property.
You can threaten us. That doesn't mean that we're going to leave. We're determined to be here.
In this building, a fate Joe Ceballos, his wife, and the town of Coldwater feared since the case began.
They can't believe it's happening to a guy like myself, easy, nice, a guy trying to live the American dream, and it can be taken away from me.
Ceballos' immigration attorney, Sarah Baldera, says he will be held in this office for 1 to 2 days and then likely moved to a larger detention facility. From there, she says a bond hearing will be scheduled, and she says there's hope an immigration judge will agree with their claim that Ceballos is worthy of being released on bond. In studio, Lily O'Brien, KIC News on your side.